Good evening. Welcome to Business Fundamentals. My name is Mrs. Sabrina Lin, and I'm so delighted that you joined me this evening. Let's get started. So, how about a little daily quiz? I have two questions. First, which country has the largest GDP in the world? Is it India, Japan, US, or China? It's USA. Second question, what is not a principle of capitalism? Freedom of choice, public property, competition, or profit? Public property is not a principle of capitalism. So that is what Business Fundamentals is like. So in addition to our regular Zoom lectures, because of the current distant learning environment, I try to break things up by having group projects and activities. Usually I will introduce a new topic to the students and try to accompany that with some sort of hands-on activity or discussions so that they have a chance to not only apply their learning, but also to have some team bonding and get to know each other in the class. The other thing that we will be emphasizing this year is individual and group presentations. I fundamentally believe that being able to speak comfortably in front of large groups is a very important life skill. And so we plan to give the students a lot of opportunities to do this as the year progresses. And of course, our favorite daily quizzes, affectionately known as our DQs. And you yourself just experienced what that was like. And I believe that having DQs actually helps the students to remember the concept we learned the previous day, and it just helps the brain to work a little bit harder to make sure they retain the information. And the most important thing that we want to do in this class is have fun. And we will be doing a whole bunch of fun activities throughout the year, and I'm excited for what this year holds for your students. So why Business Fundamentals? I believe in ensuring that the students are well informed about the US economic indicators, such as the GDP, what's the difference between command and market economies, what is the growth rate, what is the economic unemployment rate, for example. So these are all things that we'll be touching on because we want them to be informed citizens. The second thing I really want to do is expose the students to lots of different types of different types of business functions that exist in companies, such as marketing, finance, operations, project management. This will allow your students to see, hey, do they really like the marketing types of topics? Is this something they're interested in doing? Or maybe it's finance because they really have a head for numbers. The last thing is we want them to be prepared for adulting. And so we will be exposing them to concepts such as personal finance management, doing the SMART goals for budgeting, exposing them to the differences between CDs and money markets, bonds, and also mutual funds. And we'll end the year with a stock market game, which is a simulation where they get some money that they can play around with in the real stock market. So the curriculum entails this textbook from Cengage. It's called Principles of Business. And this year, we actually don't have a physical textbook. Everything is online. And hopefully you've already purchased this on Shelf It. And I think most of the students, like 99%, have been successful in getting into the e-resource, which is called MindTap. And there they have access to the actual textbook. And there are review questions for each textbook sections. And these reviews are really helpful to help them remember what they just read. And this resource is helpful because it also has flashcards. It also has audio play of the chapter if some students prefer to have the chapter read to them instead of having to read. So we try to cater to different types of learning modalities. And the other thing is I am also requiring you guys to purchase a workbook. It's listed on Amazon and it was on short supply, but hopefully Amazon has stocked that in and you can purchase it as soon as you can. So in order to be successful in this class, the most important thing is a working camera and microphone. I really would like all the students to be engaged in this class, and I really like to see the entire face. I will say, I confess that sometimes I know the students' wallpaper better than their face, so I try to encourage them, and if you can help me, what I'm looking for is this, the whole front of the face versus the side of the face, like their ears or the top of their heads. The second thing that's really important is to have a notebook. I am emphasizing writing notes in a paper notebook because I feel that this is the best way for them to learn the materials. It also helps them with the daily quizzes as well as with the tests. The third thing is to make sure that the students complete the assignments and know how to upload this into Moodle. This is kind of a new thing for us because of the distance learning situation. All assignments have to be uploaded into Moodle, which comprise of almost about 40% of their grade. So I would definitely encourage, if they're struggling in this area, for them to go to their Moodle landing page. On the upper left corner, there is a Zoom IT help room that they can go into and get somebody to help them, teach them, and show them how to upload assignments into Moodle pages. And the last and most important thing is that if they need help with anything, please ask them to come and see me. I'm happy to help them with any little or big thing that they're struggling with. All right, so why am I teaching? Well, I was called by God to teach about 3 years ago. I, prior to this, worked at Hewlett-Packard for 22 years. I also worked at a small startup for 2 years, and my specialty is in supply chain operations. I have an MBA from Purdue University, and this is my 3rd year teaching. I've been married for 25 years. I have 2 sons. They are both college students, and I am a member of the San Jose Christian Alliance Church, where I have been there for 26 years. The way I see your students, I look at them like they're my own children. I really try to care for them, and I want them to be successful. And most importantly, I want them to feel the love of Jesus. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me at slyn@bcs.net. And as well as I hold office hours between Monday and Thursday, 2:45 to 3:15. I hope that your student will enjoy this class. It's been a pleasure for me to speak with you tonight. God bless you. Good night.